Hello, everyone. Welcome to my Booktube vlog for my group discussion on Kane Chapter 6. Um, so, Chapter 6 of Kane deals heavily with vocabulary, language study, and the meaning of words. And Kane poses a very interesting question at the beginning of the chapter. She asks the reader, "How many words do you know?" And that's the first question that I'd like to pose. Um, I wrote down 7,500 because I thought that was a reasonable number, but it turns out it ended up being a lot more than that. When on page 182, she says the average high school student knows 40,000. And that kind of shocked me. Um, but it led me to think of how we can use vocabulary and the meaning of words when we're teaching novels, when we're teaching Dig by A.S. King. I thought of a few activities. The first thing that we could do is pull out a lot of the themes of the novel, and look up their definitions. And I was sort of thinking, wouldn't it be fun to make it a game with the students? So, for example, one of the main themes of the novel is privilege, is white privilege. But do they necessarily know what the context of the word privilege is in the novel? Or what the relationship that the characters have to privilege? And I think interesting discussions can come out of that. So, what I think I would do is have the students go into groups and give them a word like privilege or supremacy, white supremacy, and give them these different words that have to do with the theme of Dig. And I would have them look it up. And this is something that I think you can incorporate technology into, because you could have them bring up dictionary.com or look up the definition on an app on their phone. That way you're sort of meeting them at their level of, I have my phone, I'll take it out and I'll use it. So I'm gonna do that. I'm holding my phone, obviously, but I'm going to quickly look up the word privilege on dictionary.com, and I'm gonna do that as fast as I can right now. Okay. Dictionary.com, privilege. Hopefully when the students do it, it's a bit faster. Okay, but privilege, noun, a right, immunity, or benefit enjoyed by a particular person or a restricted group of people beyond the advantages of most. The unearned and mostly unacknowledged societal advantage that a restricted group of people have over another group. White privilege, based on skin color, male privilege, children of privilege, things like that. So I think this could start an interesting discussion with the groups of how the characters have privilege, how Marla and Gottfried sort of established a life for them, that they have this societal privilege. And I think a lot of interesting discussion will come out of that. You could also use prefixes like the ones on page 189 in the chapter, of what is the meaning of the beginning of a word. How can a word be used from the beginning, and a lot of things like that. So I want to pose the question what are some important ways you would use vocabulary to teach dig to the students? And what are some projects or assignments around vocabulary and the meaning of words, outside of the normal vocabulary quizzes and things like that? You may do that, but I'd like to think of some other ideas. For example, maybe have them find words, like when you're assigning a reading, find words in the book that they don't recognize, and look them up, and sort of make a game around that. So yeah, I think that finding meaning behind words can be used as a fun tool in the classroom. And I personally think if a student comes away having learned a chunk of new words, if their vocabulary is expanded, and how to use the new words, I think you did one of your many jobs as an English teacher. So yeah, that is my discussion, and thank you for watching, and I hope everyone is well.